Episode 2, The Shadow in the Garden. After the incident with Zephyr, Aurora's reputation as a compassionate soul spread like wildfire throughout the enchanted oasis. Guests, both human and demon alike, began seeking her out for guidance, knowing that her unique abilities could ease even the deepest of troubles. But with every passing day, the balance in the hotel became more delicate, and Aurora felt the weight of her newfound role heavier than ever. One particularly quiet afternoon, while Aurora was organizing a stack of enchanted guest books at the front desk, a strange ripple in the air caught her attention. Her senses tingled with unease. She could hear faint whispers in the back of her mind, and her heart skipped a beat as she recognized the feeling of something otherworldly. Just as she turned to investigate, the hotel's enchanted glass doors swung open, and in walked a new guest, a man cloaked in shadow, his face hidden beneath a hood. His presence made the atmosphere in the lobby shift, as if the very air around him had grown thick with tension. The staff who had been busy in the back room immediately stopped what they were doing, sensing the same ominous presence. Aurora, ever the professional, greeted the guest with her warm smile, but her mind was already working, piecing together the fragments of this strange energy. She could tell that he was no ordinary traveler. Her instincts warned her that something darker was at play. "Welcome to the enchanted oasis," Aurora said, her voice calm but with an edge of caution. "How may I assist you today?" The figure raised his hood, revealing a face that seemed to shimmer in and out of existence, his features too fluid to grasp. His eyes, however, were unmistakable, two pits of darkness that seemed to swallow the light around them. He didn't smile, but his voice was deep, resonating with an eerie calm. "I need a room," he said, his words simple but laced with something unspoken. "A room where the shadows can speak." Aurora's heart raced as the strange words lingered in the air. There was no doubt in her mind that the guest was not simply referring to a dark room, but something far more sinister. She knew that some spirits, demons, and magical beings sought places where they could commune with forces beyond the realm of the living. But this was different. This felt like an invitation to something dangerous. "I can offer you many rooms, but not all of them are suited to." "Darker needs," she said carefully, keeping her tone polite but firm. The man's gaze never left hers, but he tilted his head slightly as if studying her. "You are the one they call Aurora, the soul whisperer, yes?" he asked, his voice smooth and cold. "The one who can see beyond the veil?" Aurora's mind raced. She had never shared her abilities with the public, yet somehow this figure knew of her gift. She nodded slowly, unwilling to show weakness. "I am, but you'll find that the enchanted oasis is not a place for just any kind of dark dealings. We do not allow malevolent forces to gain a foothold here," she said, her voice firm yet kind. "If you're seeking something beyond this world, I can help, but only if your intentions are pure." The man's lips curled into a faint smile, though it was more of a sneer. "Pure?" He chuckled softly. "That word has no place in my world, dear Aurora. I seek only what is mine." Before she could respond, he walked past her to the grand staircase, his shadow growing longer, flickering in unnatural ways. As he ascended, Aurora felt an unsettling chill settle over her. Minutes later, a soft knock echoed through the lobby. Aurora opened the door to find the hotel's head of security, a tall, armored demon named Kale, looking unusually pale. "Something's wrong," Kale said in a low voice, glancing nervously toward the staircase. "I've sensed it too. A dark presence is already growing in the garden." Aurora followed Kale outside, and as they stepped into the lush, magical garden that stretched beyond the hotel's walls, the air grew heavier. The garden, once vibrant and full of life, now seemed off. The flowers drooped, the trees swayed unnaturally, and the very ground seemed to hum with a dark energy. There, standing in the center of the garden, was the hooded figure, his hands raised toward the sky as shadows seemed to spiral around him, thick and viscous. The shadows reached out like tendrils, wrapping around the plants and creeping into the soil. "Stop," Aurora called out, her voice ringing with authority. The figure turned slowly, his shadowy tendrils retracting as he regarded her with those abyssal eyes. "You don't understand," he said quietly. "This garden was never meant to be pure. It was built on ancient magic, magic that has been sealed away for centuries. I've come to release it." Aurora took a step forward, her heart racing. The garden wasn't just an ordinary magical space, it was a sacred place of balance for both demons.